Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Norway players finally joined the Viking row after beating Senegal. This is from a channel called Grinta Ultra, so check it out. I know that I've seen videos of the Norwegian or the Norway fans sort of rowing in random places, as in, I don't know, an escalator. But apparently the players are now in it. Maybe they weren't in it. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
As the final whistle blew, Norway's players gathered on the pitch for a celebration that had become the symbol of their World Cup journey. After a dramatic 3-2 victory over Senegal and qualification for the knockout stage, Martin Ødegaard and Erling Haaland led the squad in the famous Viking row. Sitting in rows like a Viking longship, the players moved in unison as Ødegaard set the rhythm. Together with thousands of
Ødegaard is the captain of the Norway team.
Celebrating fans, they turned a football victory into an unforgettable moment of Norwegian football history.
The drums. Wait, okay, that's the captain. He's leading. I love this, but I have one question. Is it only that section of the stadium was for Norway fans? Where are the other Norway fans? Or it was just only them? And also, this seems like quite a setup. They even have cameras, they have lighting, so this was a whole thing. It wasn't by chance. Okay, it gets faster. It gets faster. Ah! Yeah, it's only that section. This can't be, okay, I'm sorry, but this can't be the only Norway station in that huge stadium. What? No way. There's gotta be more Norway fans. Oh, okay, I'm gonna rewind. I hadn't realized that the captain, or what I can only assume is the captain, is being played on the Jumbotron, well, on the camera. Yeah, the giant screen. Give it up! Oh, I want to see them rowing! Okay, the players. Faster, 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 faster! This is actually insanely cool. I think everyone stayed to watch this because I'm seeing just a lot of people in the stands. And this is presumably after the game was over, right? Yes, because I mentioned they beat them 3-2, 3-1. It's so funny. This is incredible. I love this. I think this is only one of those things that only in the World Cups can something like this happen. It's amazing. I want to roll. I want to do the whole thing now. Yeah, because again, everyone stayed to watch this. It looks crazy from this angle. Oh my god. Everyone's moving, seriously. Everyone's moving at this exact same time. Wow. It's wild. It's wild, but in the best of ways. Yeah, what is Mr. Jordan? Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay, okay. I thought the section was a little bit smaller. It's 2 sections. And I think they're also a little bit above. Still, are there other Norway fans in this stadium? Oh, I'm seeing them to the sides. And being scattered over the stadium, they probably must have been. I love the drums.
Yeah.
Woo. And they love the chant as well.
Hang on, check this out.
not ooh, right? I wonder what they say. You're growling. I loved it. I want to know more about this. Is this a tradition? It doesn't seem to be a historical tradition, though. I don't know. I'm so curious about this, just because I want to know what the backstory is, how they started doing this. You know, is it historically, have they always done this? As in, I don't know, what would it be? I don't know what kind of celebration. It's I don't know. It's some kind of historical celebration that people do, and historically everyone has done this. So you know, if I go to cheer on Norway, I know that I'm gonna have to do this. But I'm wondering again if this is historically something that they've done in previous, I don't know, for instance, forever, or is this a new thing? Who invented this? But I would have thought it was the players, because again, I think that when players score, and I know obviously again, not everyone scores in a team, but in a match, in a football game, not everyone's a striker, not everyone has to score a goal. But still, when most of the players score a goal, they have this. A lot of players I know, they have this, I don't know, this celebration thing, and they do sort of when they're I think sometimes they're dedicating the goal to a special someone. Sometimes it's for, I don't know, their team. I don't know, not probably their team. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else. It's probably their kids, or a significant other. Their parents, maybe. I don't know, their hometown. Again, my point is that they have this special celebration that occurs when they score a goal, and it's their signature, and it's my signature move. Or maybe I have several sort of signatures that I do when I score. So I think this, obviously I understand that from a logical point of view, I don't think it makes sense for a player to, oh yeah, I scored, let's say, I'm a Norwegian player, I scored a goal, and then I'm not going to literally sit on the grass and start rowing. I don't think that's done, or maybe it is. I don't know, but I think it would be a little weird, because again, they all have their own sort of signature. But usually after that, all the other players, they kind of hug you and they like throw you on the floor, and it's just quite violent to me. But I know that it's all done in good fun. But whatever it is, my point is that I would have thought this looks very, I don't know, very signature-like goal, signature goal-like. I don't know if that they name it somehow, but this seems to be like something like this. However, the fact that they're saying finally they joined, it tells me, oh, so this was probably the fans. They came up with this. And again, maybe they've done this in previous years, in previous World Cups, or just when Norway plays internationally. But it's just very funny that it took them, I don't want to know how long it took them, and I know who actually created this. It's gonna be, obviously I know it's gonna be a Norwegian, just because I think it's very, again, I love the celebration and this sort of, I know, this chant. I just think it's really nice, because none of the other types of celebration are nice, but I think this one specifically I really like, because it just mixes something that is quite cultural. I don't know, seriously, it looks so Norwegian. Maybe it doesn't look Norwegian specifically, but it looks very Viking. And it is, the Viking row. So it just looks, oh my God, it just looks so culturally and intrinsically tied to their culture that, I don't know, I'm charmed. I love this. Oh yes, I really do like the idea of them, the fans, just coming up with a celebration, after they win, or maybe after they score a goal, someone in their team scores. I don't know the actual player, they're not going to celebrate like this. But you're in the stands, you can obviously do that. So I'm wondering if, I don't know how this came up to be, but I just really like the idea of this signifying, when I see this, and when I see the Norwegian, the Viking row, I'm absolutely, my mind absolutely relates this with Norway. So I just like it. Oh my God, how the celebration is so, I don't know, intertwined with how the actual culture of the country goes. So I just think, oh my God, it's so cool. I'm wondering how and why the players apparently didn't want to participate in this, because why wouldn't you do it? It looks so cool. And again, I thought that maybe they just did this at every single game. Apparently it isn't. It's a very special thing, and it's just this very, I don't know, you have to, I don't know, if it's one of those things, is when you have it that much, people maybe start to be, but I'm seeing the Viking row all the time, and I'm guessing, I'm talking about the players, not the fans. So you're thinking, it kind of loses its charm because you're constantly seeing the players do this, and maybe that's their mindset. If I'm seeing only, I'm only seeing them once, every 4 years, they're doing the Viking row, then it's very special. I don't know. Would love to ask them, but also I think that it was maybe because they had this camera, the setup thing. So maybe it was for some, for some commercial. No, right? I don't know. I have no idea. But it just makes me curious. And who has this sort of the footage of the thing that's being recorded? Because I thought they had professional cameras, they have professional lighting. So I want to know what they did with the footage. I think who organized this? And of course it was, because a lot of people at the stadium and I'm guessing maybe they weren't specifically Norway fans, but maybe some Senegal fans also stayed there because they wanted to see the Viking row. I know that if they were playing against, my team, I know you say you're rooting for your team, you're not rooting for Norway if you're not, again, if you're from the other opposite team. I know that I would stay here and watch the Viking row because, again, it's just so massively cool. I think I have to hand it out to them. I think they probably have the coolest little sort of celebration after winning. I don't think I recognize, again, because with goals is a little bit different because it's the actual professional players. That when it comes to fans, I don't really know how, and I don't believe, maybe I'm just unaware that other countries have the same, we're celebrating each time that we win. We celebrate in this particular manner. I think they're the only ones. And, maybe that's why maybe it's unfair to me because, it's unfair because I was going to say, they have the greatest, coolest chant and the greatest, coolest, celebration. But maybe they're the only ones. Maybe the Senegal fans in this case, maybe they don't have an actual sort of response to, when my team wins, I celebrate, I do this little dance. I don't know. Again, I'm not a Dicor fan, so how could I know? But still, maybe I'm just going, I know it just looks massively cool, but maybe it is because they're the only ones. So maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe other people in other countries should actually get inspired by this and be, you know what, maybe we have to start it, I don't know, we kind of ups the score, and I don't know, I'm going to go to a game and it's going to be so cool. Yes, it is. But I think when you see things like this, it's sort of, I have to step it up. Me as a fan. Now, the players aren't the only ones stepping it up for the World Cup. You also have to be, doing something a little bit extra. So, I don't know. They're putting the pressure on other teams because then the fans, if I were a fan, if I were there, I'd be already, machinating. I have to, what could I do that it's really fun or, to celebrate when my team wins? And of course, again, you have to plan ahead how the whole thing started. You have to get a bunch of people. I don't know. One of the things actually that it's really, and maybe it's a dumb question, but I think, because all the Norway fans were in this section of the stadium, how does that come to be? Are the stadiums sort of first come, first serve? I don't know. And that's, you organize yourself with a team of, I don't know how many people there were. There were a lot of Norwegians or maybe players that, just people that root for Norway. They were probably in the, 1,500, I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe around 1,000 actually. So again, I would love to know how it goes and how do they know what section. And again, maybe I have no idea how the stadium seating works, but it's just crazy. How they're not playing all the, they're not actually paying for the tickets and they're not buying all the tickets, 1,000 people all at once. So how do they come to be? Maybe, I don't know, it would be sad if you're the only Norway fan sort of alone in a sea of Senegal fans. If you're sort of rowing, I wouldn't do that actually. I think I'd be very scared of rowing, if I'm surrounded by the opposite sort of team. So maybe not a good idea. But again, I'm wondering about the logistics because it just looks cool. But again, maybe that's just me. But I think equally, if you don't know anything about it and you don't know the planning, it's still, they kind of have the coolest celebration. But maybe it's just me and I have to look it up and see if other teams have something similar, because otherwise, I know Norway's winning. I'm sorry. And that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.